There are 4 elements to Project Bluebeam. It's a 4-step project that he said was designed by NASA and the United Nations, as I mentioned, with the ultimate goal of creating a new world order dictatorship. Now, if you had told me anything about a new world order dictatorship 5 years ago, I might have thought you were insane. Post-COVID, not so much. That was weird. It was all weird. The governments were all in lockstep around the world in trying to make us believe that this virus was going to kill us all. They took an almost insurmountable amount of power for themselves, told us that we couldn't leave, see our loved ones. So none of the idea of a world government is no longer far-fetched. This is no longer Alex Jones conspiracy theory stuff. There's something going on here. It was the most bizarre thing to see people globally in lockstep in condemning their citizens for trying to go outside for what really amounted to most of us as just a little cough, a couple of days sick, bad cold, as coronaviruses are known to the world as, but we never really got back a lot of that power that the state took. So Serge Manis said that step 1 of Project Bluebeam was going to involve the manufacturing of artificially created earthquakes in strategic locations around the world. Again, to make it clear, he is stating in 1994 that the governments were in possession of technology that was going to be able to make this happen. Can the government cause earthquakes? I don't really know about that. Again, I'm just telling you what he said. These earthquakes, according to him, were going to unearth ancient artifacts, indicating that the religious doctrines of all nations have been misunderstood for centuries, thus discrediting all religions. Okay, we've yet to see anything like that. I haven't seen the ancient artifacts that have come up to discredit all of the religions. The second step, he says, was going to involve a giant show from space. Essentially, they were going to use 3-dimensional optical holograms that were going to project holographic images to beam across the sky, and that these images were going to include projections of Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Krishna, and it was all going to merge into one. Essentially, they were going to be able to accomplish this by using space-based satellites, and it was going to make the entire sky transform into a massive movie screen. Do they have the technology to do that at NASA? I don't know. NASA really is just sort of a black budget, in my opinion. I have no idea what NASA does. I don't know why they're getting trillions and trillions of taxpayer dollars. I don't know what NASA does. Call me an idiot, but they have an incredible budget for seemingly nothing, in my opinion. The third step is even more far-fetched. He says that this is going to involve artificial intelligence. Again, I just like to state this over and over again. He was saying this in 1994. Artificial intelligence that was going to be able to use mind control to reach people inside of their minds. And this was going to involve rays from satellites that are being fed memories from our computers that have stored massive data about every single human being on Earth. And finally, the 4th step of Project Bluebeam was going to use various technologies in order to convince people that alien invasions were taking place, alien invasions, and even the rapture itself, thus making it easier for governments and the powers that be to take control of a fear-addled population.